All right, gang, here we are at our 2003 SeaRay 240 SunDeck for sale. We're here just off the beautiful freshwaters, Norris Lake, Tennessee. This one is being stored here at Rack Storage location. We are at a marina fairly convenient to Knoxville, Tennessee, about 15 minutes off of Interstate I-75. And the rack storage spot that this one has currently been stored in is transferable if someone wants to leave it right here. If you need a place to keep it here on Norris Lake, that will be an option. And if not, there's also a tandem axle matching Eagle trailer with brakes that will be included with this one as well, regardless of whether you want to store it here or not. As you can see, before we climb in, we do have the Bravo 3 dual prop Outdrive and a 5.0 liter multi-port fuel injected MerCruiser inboard outboard engine. We're here for our video walkthrough tour as usual. You'll be able to find the current asking price of this one, along with all of the specifications and features, options, everything like that. It's all going to be on our website. Now, for your convenience, down in the video description, I will have a direct link to this listing, so you do not have to go searching through our website. Website's fairly easy to navigate regardless, but just for your convenience, if you just scroll down to that video description, there's going to be a direct link, take you right to the listing page for this one at our website. You either copy paste that into a new tab or click on that link to take you right over to the website where you're going to see the asking price and all of our contact info of this one. We do like to remind you, if you send us an email through our website and have not gotten an email reply within a business day, please check your spam folder. We're usually very quick about getting those replies out to everybody. And then also, if you give us a call and you get our voicemail, we are very frequently in areas without cell phone reception, so if you don't leave a message on our voicemail, we will not know that you called. If you'll take your time, leave us a detailed message, let us know which listing you're looking at, what questions you have. As soon as we either finish with the customer or get back into cell phone range, we'll receive your message and return your call and answer all your questions for you. So, of course, stood up on a nice, large, extended swim platform. Here's your ski tow hook right here. That's where you're going to pull your skiers and tubers. We've got a transom shower right here, and then a little walk-through gate as well. 3-step boarding ladder there at the swim platform. It's going to be a second 3-step swim boarding ladder up the bow of this one. This is a very popular model for SeaRay. Tons of storage on this one. These are rated for 12. And as you can see, we've got a small little cockpit sink, 2 cup holders. We've got storage integrated underneath that. There's 2 removable lounge tables on this one. One I've left stored in here. You've got a nice little integrated waste bin as well. And the other lounge table I've left up in the bow of this one. Second table will mount right here in that mounting plate. And of course, there's your engine hatch. We've got dual batteries with the battery selector switch. Deep storage compartments. You've got driver and passenger flip-up bolster seats. That means the seats will just raise up just like that right there and give you a good view over top of that windshield if you've got full load in this one, or if you've got people up in the bow you're trying to see around or over. 12-volt power outlet here at your driver's seat. Nice little wood grain accented tilt steering wheel. We've got an upgraded Fusion stereo. This is a AM FM auxiliary input Bluetooth stereo. We've also got a I believe this is about 36 quart. Yeah, it's a 36 quart little igloo cooler that's kind of on a track right there, and then also kind of gets secured whenever you push it all the way into place right there. And then of course you've got a nice little windscreen right there that'll close that off on those cooler mornings or evenings. Here's your driver stereo remote for that Fusion stereo. And then your gauges consist of a fuel gauge, battery voltmeter, speedometer, SmartCraft gauge, tachometer. That is your engine, what is that, oil pressure, engine water temperature, working blower, working bilge. We function tested the navigation lights. Those all function just fine. The horn functions. You got now the freshwater pump on this one has been disabled, but that can be reconnected. That's about a, I think that's about a 10 or 12 gallon freshwater tank on this one. We'll have that posted at the website. And then you've also got a windshield wiper as well. Issenglass enclosure, basically plastic Issenglass enclosure will zip into this Bimini top. And of course, that's why they put that windshield wiper there, so you can have those curtains up in foul weather. Also have a Ritchie compass there at the helm as well. Cup holder right here, convenient for your driver. And then now this Clarion stereo unit, this would be the old remote stereo. The old stereo remote. This is the newer one on that Fusion unit. Now I do want to show you the SmartCraft gauge. I've got one of our battery switches turned on here. So this has a lot of handy features on it. The most notable feature, especially for this season, is your fuel flow meter. That's going to tell you your gallons per hour that of fuel that you're using as you're motoring down the lake. So this, the reason this is so helpful is because oftentimes just changing your RPM just a little bit will make a big difference in your gallons, fuel gallon per hour usage. So then you've also got a depth finder integrated into there. That's showing your drive trim, your engine temperature, engine oil pressure, engine oil temperature, and what's that? Water pressure. There's your battery volts, and then there's your engine hours. 478 engine hours showing on that MerCruiser 5.0 liter MPI engine. That's a digital tachometer as well. Total fuel used, and then there again, that's that gallons per hour gauge. So that's going to be the most helpful feature in today's market right now. Be having that one right there. So speaking of your stereo, we've got Alpine speakers here in the cockpit. There's one, here is two, and then we've got two more up in the bow area, so 4 speakers in total. And then I did reference the Bimini top overhead. There's also cockpit cover, bow cover, as well as snap-in carpeting, and also we've got bow filler cushions. I'll point that out here in a moment. Before we head up to the bow, I want to show you this head compartment. This is part of what makes these SunDeck so popular. It's nice, roomy head compartment. You've got a light in here, you've got a port window, cockpit sink, and then there is a pump out for that Porta-Potti. And that means that you can pull up to a fuel dock here on Norris, and all you simply do is, whenever you're taking on fuel, at the marinas that have pump outs, that is your waste pump out right there. So you don't have to manually empty that Porta-Potti whenever it does get used. So many people tend not to use those Porta-Pottis, and most of the time it's because they don't want to deal with having to empty the waste out of there. But again, nice feature on these 240s is having that integrated waste pump out. So your bow area, 4 cup holders, 2 more of those 4 cockpit speakers in here, and of course that removable lounge table. Lots of storage on this one. We've got 2 large in-floor storage compartments. Here's the one in the main cockpit. This one is huge. And then a little bit smaller one up there in the bow. Of course, you've got storage under these 2 seats as well. And then the bow filler cushions, there's actually like some, oh, what do we call it? Mounting plates that kind of go in here and kind of sit in this groove, and then this whole area up here will fill in with bow cushions, so you can have your nice large sun lounge area for those that like that. Second pull out shower, this one right here by the bow boarding area, and again 2 more cup holders. There's a little integrated self-draining cooler there, and then here is anchor storage compartment along with a 3-step swim boarding ladder that goes off the bow over here. Navigation lights on either corner here, and let me turn around, give you another look at that interior here, and we're going to head back to the engine hatch, and then we'll do another walk around of the exterior. We'll kind of get up close and personal with this one, show any areas of wear and tear that we've noticed on this. So here's the engine hatch. Now the engine hatch, this one could use some new gas shocks here. Actually it's missing one, so it's got one trying to do all the heavy lifting. There is a Halon C-Fire automatic fire suppression system here in the engine room. Here's those dual batteries, as well as your battery switch mounted on the wall there. Now that's also accessible underneath that seat cushion right there. But again, here's that MerCruiser 5.0 liter MPI. The MPI stands for multi-port fuel injectant, and does have that Bravo 3 outdrive. And again, 478 engine hours on this one. There's your freshwater tank. Actually, I kind of guessed at the size of this one earlier, and well, I can't quite make it out from here. That's either 10 gallon or 18 gallon. But we will have that posted at the website whenever you look into the printable PDF spec sheets, where you're going to see the fuel tank size as well as that water tank size. So any wear and tear up here in the interior? Don't think I noticed anything. Let me look up here around the bow. Interior of this one is fairly clean. Thought I saw, oh, here it is. A little bit of a scuff right here on this vinyl in the bow area. No real rips or tears anywhere. And passenger and driver seats all look like good upholstery in there. Oh, there was a, yeah, here it is. A little mark in the fiberglass right here, just below that, your driver foot. Probably something heavy got dropped there, damaged that fiberglass a little bit. A little bit of stain in this seat right back here. Again, no rips or tears, and then a little bit of light staining right here on this seat right here as well. So, 2 more cup holders here. Another one here. So we've got, what about 2, 4, 6, 8, about 10 cup holders. I think that's about right. About 10 cup holders. There's 4 up in the bow area. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, about 10 cup holders. Again, this one's rated for 12. And we climb back out on the exterior. Pointed out that ski tow eye earlier. Here is that pull-out transom shower. That's where your anchor light's going to slide into that compartment right there. And there's that, getting that Bravo 3 dual prop drive. Bellows look good on this one. You still got some nice flex on there. And you have some marks back here in the swim platform. A few stress cracks right there. And then as we go around, I'm going to show you whatever marks are noticed on this. Now this one was just recently detailed. It's gotten a little dust on there on the exterior. But actually, let me start below the rub rail. Basically everything that you see on here is not going anywhere because this was just recently detailed. So you got a few little marks right in here. There's a mark on that rub rail, and then some marks here in this vinyl decaling. Okay, and then here's a few marks just down into the gel coat right in here. And that's actually just a little stain from that bilge that's come through. But we do have some marks in the gel coat right in here. And again, a few marks here. A little bit of a dock rash right in this area right here. I'm not sure if that video will catch it. We'll try to have photographs of this as well. We like to represent these as accurately as possible. And then again, here's some dock rash right in here. And again, this was just detailed, so all this that you see now is probably not going anywhere because it did not come out whenever they did some buffing and waxing on here. Same thing right in here. Here's a little mark down in the white, and then a few more right in here up in the blue. Blue's a little bit more noticeable. We got a little bit closer to see the white, and then again up here around your numbers, same thing up in here. You got some dock rash all up in here. Another little mark there. Here, that one's in the fiberglass a little bit. And so here we are at the right at the bow line. This is where you're typically going to see some marks from loading onto the trailer. Some more right in there, and now I'm going to follow that down just so you can see. Mostly underneath the water line, you're fine. There are a few little surface scratches right here, but none of this is actually through. Same thing here. Yeah, those all just kind of look like some minor surface scratch. I don't see any big gouges. You know, now the angle on these is, they probably look a lot worse than they are because this is just kind of surface scratches. It's not actually through this gel coat in here, even all the way down through that keel there. All right, let me climb back out. So showed you that. And we're gonna keep moving along this port side here. A few more marks in the blue area here. And again, I think we Saw that a second ago. That's more just a light little scratch on that gel coat, and a few more again on that blue is really going to stand out a lot more than on the white. A little bit of stress cracks around this little vent right here. And a few more along this area right here. More dock rash on this port side over here now. Just have to catch the light just right for those to show up. But again, we really don't like for there to be any surprises when you come see these in person, so I do want to call your attention to them now because they're not going anywhere. They will be here when you come to give it a look in person. A little bit of oxidation right here in this corner. Feel the little marks right there. So again, if you take the time to follow that link down in the video description over our website, we do not monitor the YouTube comment page. So if you do have any questions about this one, if you want to set up a time to come see it in person, please reach out to us through the website. And again, we always like to remind you, when you do reach out to us, if you send us an email, we're typically going to get you an email reply back to you in just a matter of a few hours. But at least if it's been one business day and you still have not gotten a reply, just make sure you check your spam folder, because we often reply to you fairly quickly and it just found your spam folder. So look in there on any emails. And again, when you call us on the phone, make sure you leave us a message if we do not answer, because again, we are frequently in areas without cell phone reception. So if you take the time, leave us a message, we will return your call. You can also send us a text message as well. But again, feel free to use that link that we're putting there for your convenience down the video description of this one to get the full list of features and the current asking price and all of our contact info. I thank you again for joining us. This is that 2003 SeaRay 240 SunDeck for sale here in the Norris Lake area. And again, Tandem Axle Eagle trailer is included with this one as well. And the rack storage spot for this one can be transferred if you do need a place to keep it and you want to be on Norris Lake. I thank you again for joining us. You'll see the YourNewBoat.com logo pop up in the top right hand corner of the screen. That's just a shortcut to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't already, we're always happy to have you as a subscriber. Thank you again for joining us.